BBG.
What's going on, man? Episode 19.
Yeah, back at it.
First day back, man. We had a little break.
Yeah, always a good break. Gotta have
How
a
you
break
feeling?
and everything. Feeling good. Fourth quarter of the year. So
Yeah. Last, you know what I mean?
busy time of the year, right?
You
It's
gotta
the
get
busy
everything done before the end of the year, right?
season. Yeah. This the busy season right here, man. Most
Definitely,
definitely. Good to be back though. Good to be back.
good to be back.
You was on a little sabbatical, right? You was in Vegas a couple weeks ago, right, man?
Yeah, you know, just having a good time.
Yes, I know you got that jet life, man. I want to be like you when I grow up, man. I'll be just like you. But you guys, you know what I mean, we got some things coming up for the next couple of weeks, though, a couple of episodes. But it's good to be back this week.
Oh,
though,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Definitely good to be back.
Yeah,
man.
definitely. We made some changes. We're gonna have some special guests.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna be doing this every weekend.
Every weekend. So we
What you been doing though for the last we've been going for like 4 weeks?
yeah, like 4 weeks.
Yeah,
man.
we took like a summer fall break, man. You know what I'm saying?
Always got to, especially
Yeah.
with stuff going on right now. The kids get back into school and stuff like that, and some work stuff, things like that, and rest in peace to my man Broner. I mean, to my man, to the bomber, Bronze Bomber, a couple weeks ago, man. We had to put that on the intro, man. I was one of the people who was rooting for him, man. And I got to give it to Jotty, man. He dead sad. I was one of the people who was going for him, so But other than that, man, it's been coasting, right?
Yeah, it's been coasting. Working out,
Yeah, definitely.
putting them hours in at work.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Staying focused, man.
Staying focused, staying out of trouble.
And just seeing with the changes going on with our world. you know?
It's a lot of stuff going on, even after the fact with the vaccine and stuff like that. We've been, me and you, close to home for you as far as like with your job and stuff like that. One of the big topics for this week, man, we're going to be getting on. As far as like supply chains and things like that going on with overseas stuff coming in. What's some of the stuff you've been noticing at your jobs, things like that?
Well, definitely been some shortages. Like I'm still, as far as getting my hours and everything, but when I get to a customer house or whatever, or if I go to another warehouse, whatever, and drop off, they be like, "Yo, I've been waiting, 2-3 months just to get this freight." So they backed up.
Yeah.
And that's going on all over the U.S.,
all
over
over
the world.
A lot of ports and stuff like that. I noticed a couple of times. Been noticing a lot of articles, news stories, a lot of things like overseas. Not only like parts when it comes to certain things, because we build a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
And we also import a lot of we get a lot of stuff from overseas.
We get a lot of stuff from China.
Yeah,
So
a lot of stuff.
that right there that's what we feeling right now.
Yeah, we feeling it right now. We feeling it as far as low stock and as far as like rising prices for things like that too coming up right now. All gas is always something that's always influxing in between.
I seen a lot of jokes online though about
I saw a lot. I've been seeing a lot.
Like, yo, if you would have kept Trump in office,
I've been. You
would have had.
What you think about stuff like that, man? When you've been noticing, I've been noticing a lot of things like that, and it's crazy because a lot of people who didn't like Trump, I've noticed. I don't call nobody out, but a lot of people didn't like Trump. Feel like Trump might have been the best thing for us right now. What you think?
I saw this coming.
Go ahead, let it out. I want to hear that. I want to hear it.
That's why I stopped posting on social media.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, certain matters because I know people don't do research. They just speak off popularity. You know what I mean? Like they don't do the research. So who's for you, who's not for you. I'm not saying Trump is for us, but Biden is definitely not for you.
Okay.
I mean, you can see it right now.
Yeah, we can see a lot of stuff going on now.
If you own a business, especially if you own a business, somebody that just starting out, or you ain't making too much money, they're gonna be watching your bank account starting January 1st.
Yeah. I saw an article
That starts.
That's on the first,
So
right?
he didn't tell you that before he got in office, right?
Nah, he didn't explain a lot of things. He didn't tell us a lot of stuff that's been
his
going
plans,
on right now.
like all his moves are being executed as the time goes on.
Okay.
And people not paying attention to that.
Yeah, I think I hear a lot of people talk about it hasn't even been a year yet for him yet. Right now, it
Yeah.
hasn't even been a whole year right now. So I hear a lot of people talk about him kind of like pulling the wool over our eyes a little bit during his campaign run, saying he was going to be doing certain things. He can
Inflation
be helping.
is real. That's what they said.
Yeah, inflation is very real, very
Yeah.
real. When you look at a person like Biden, do you think he kind of like did pull the wool over our eyes a little bit
I think he did.
and kind of ran with the whole
He did.
against Trump stuff and just to get into office?
I think he did.
Okay, because
And look, I mean, it's starting to show now.
yeah, it's starting to show early
'Cause
too. It's starting to show very early.
His whole campaign speech when he first got in office, what did he say? He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm for our community, you know, this and this and that." I haven't seen nothing pass for us yet.
Nothing yet. Nothing
Have
yet.
you?
Nothing right now.
Nothing.
I just think a lot of people. I know a lot of people was talking about some things happened early on when he got into office. You know,
Yeah.
things with Afghanistan and stuff like that.
He
But
pushed the agenda that he pushed with Obama. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean,
But he's not the person for that though. He's not the person for that at all because
No.
I know for a fact he hasn't came through with the promises that he promised
Definitely not.
during the campaign right now. He definitely has not come through with some of that stuff. And I think right now we hurting, man. We hurting, especially this time of the year right now, man. It's the holidays, man.
holidays, man.
This is the time of the year where we make the most money. This country brings in so much stuff and shelves is empty, man. Everywhere I go, man. We talking from like big stores like Walmart, Super Walmart, things like that. We talking about food, man. We talking about clothes. We talking about supplies, everything, man. Everything. What was you telling earlier about like video games and stuff like that,
Oh,
man?
yeah.
These kids is going through it, man. And this is the time of the year, man. These kids, they've been home for so long that you know that they none of their stuff is going to be here, man. Come this time of
But
the year.
you know something was funny this morning? I had went and got an oil change this morning, right? Now,
Okay.
normally I pay about $80 for oil change. I pulled up in there. I got the oil change done, right? Dude said $115. I was like, Dad, you went up $35? He's like, yo, man, the prices went up.
Yeah.
I said, what you mean? I said, I was just here two and a half months ago.
And that quick, the
That
price
quick.
went up on you.
Yeah.
And it's more of a supply thing, man, because it's not a lot of stuff right there. They have to, you know, they handcuffed just as much as we are. So you know they
that's
got to
crazy.
raise it up a little bit, but
$35.
yeah,
though?
$35 is a lot of money.
Look,
For
I understand.
oil
look,
change, man.
If it was $10, I would have been like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah. But we talking right now. When you look at something like that, the oil changes, and even gas prices. I saw some things with some tire companies. We used to get a lot of deals when it comes to stuff like that. Now it seems like we're not getting any kind of deals or things like that because we hurting so much, man.
Okay, we got John Clark. He said he don't think that we didn't want Biden. I think people got tired of Trump. You know, that was the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. People got tired of Trump because of the
They
message.
ain't want no more Trump.
Yeah, the message he was putting out there. Maybe some of the message he was putting out there. Some people was for, some people was against it, but
But see, me, I'm the kind of person I'd rather somebody tell me to my face
absolutely, yeah.
how they feel than hide it.
Yeah, because I don't want you to be telling me, you know, everything is gold, and then I get it real close up, and it's not. It's silver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on right now with Biden. I just think Trump shot himself in the foot though too with some of the stuff he was saying, some of the stuff he was doing.
You think
know.
he was telling the truth about the vaccines?
I don't know. I mean, everything is like a catch, man. Everything got a catch with it. You know, hell, I went and got it. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I went and got it. You know,
look at Biden. I mean, what he told us that he wasn't going to force it, but now he's mandating it.
yeah, he's mandated. I think
So he changed up. That was the big change right there.
and it's a lot of stuff with these states too. A lot of the states have different rules too. So I think he's hiding behind a lot of that stuff too.
He should have put that in his
Yeah,
speech.
yeah,
He should have
absolutely.
said. He should have said, "Look, vaccines not mandatory, but it has to be, you know what I mean, state by state,
Yeah.
you know, something like that. But
Yeah.
he can't just throw it out there. I mean, then he just changed. He basically
changed
said
it
it's mandated for everybody.
for everybody. He basically changed.
And now they
up.
got something for kids.
Yeah, I saw something 2 days ago. Something.
And
passed.
then what made me not trust it is now they're saying, like, say if I got a Pfizer shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
They saying like I could mix a Johnson & Johnson booster with it.
I've never, and that was funny to me because when you look at two different companies quickly trying to get out there to try to get ahead of each other to try to get the vaccine, and now you're telling me 2 months later that we can mix these things together.
Yeah.
That's what kind of threw me for a loop a little bit too, because we're talking about 2 shots and a booster right now. And for kids, we're talking about ages 5 to 11 right now. My daughter right now with her school, she's going through something. This is the second time. My daughter's been in school now for 2 months now, and this will be the second time she had to stay away for a week because one of her classmates came in contact with corona. So, and she's only in we talking about the 4th grade. You know what I mean? Wow. So
I see they making kids.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say forcing children, but they're getting into the mindset of the parents. I believe so, absolutely. Because what did we say before? We didn't think this was coming, and now here it is. So I think every time we think something's not coming, that means it's coming. Yeah. Every time we think it's not coming, that means something is on their way. So.
I heard you say you got the shot. What made you get the shot?
For me, just doing a little bit of research, sitting down, talking to people, especially with my job, wanting to travel. Right now, I got a promotion with my job, so I'm trying to get myself acclimated into different spots where I'm working at right now. You know, so for me, I just wanted to be able to put myself in the best position to be able to make money, not be able to, be on the sidelines anymore, per se for myself. Because for me, the only thing that was holding me back, I suffered from seizures. So that was one of the biggest things that was holding me back. I didn't want to put something in my body that was going to maybe counter-react to some of the things that I was doing good with my seizures, because I went so long without having them, so I was like, it was a mental thing for me, more of a mental thing.
Here's the thing. What if you got the shot now, right? Mm-hmm. And who knows the side effects 5 years from now?
Yeah,
it could be, it could lead to something serious within the next.
But that's years. But that's with anything. For me, that's with anything. When somebody says to me, "You got a headache, take a Tylenol." Okay, I'll take a Tylenol, but how do I know something's not going to come to me for 4 or 5 months later after taking a Tylenol or taking a Motrin or taking a cough syrup? Anything, stuff like that. It's always something behind something. For me, I take blood pressure medication.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
And the doctor told me, my doctor was telling me, even if I have like a cough, I can't just literally go to the store and get an over-the-counter cough syrup, because it may counter-react with the blood pressure medication that I'm taking. So everything, it's always something behind something. So I'm not gonna let something like that hold me back from possibly helping me or helping people around me, as far as getting vaccinated and stuff like that. I work with a gentleman right now who suffers from heavy asthma. I mean, literally, he could sit there and be coughing and get a coughing fit and damn near pass out. So he got the vaccine, and I look at his situation and I say, like, damn, man, if he was to get corona, he could suffer. He could suffer from a fatality from it. You know what I mean? So I look at a person like that. Yeah, you need to be getting a vaccine. And other people, to each his own. But for me, man, it was just doing some research and just.
I'm just more worried about the side effects. I mean, it might look good right now, mm-hmm. but 3-5 years from now, we don't know what's going to happen with us. From taking this.
Yeah, that's true, and
they don't tell you that.
It's a risk you take with everything, though. It's a risk you take with it. It is a risk you take with it. And that's why I say to anybody, man, to each his own. Anybody out there who...
Because you got to think about this.
Uh-huh.
All the stuff that you have pretty much going on, health-wise, mm-hmm. as far as you fixed it from working out, right?
Yeah,
changing your diet.
Working out, changing my diet, changing my mental. That was one of the biggest things, too. So you don't think
you could have fought this COVID thing if it hit you?
I feel like I could have fought it, but I didn't want to put. When I look at the situation, it's two different things. When I fought the seizures and things like that, that was me. When I come to something like that, I have to think about the people in my home. I have to think about the people that I work with. If I have a seizure, I'm not gonna if I cough, my daughter's not gonna have a seizure from it. You know what I mean? So, but it's different from when I have something that we fought as far as like COVID, co-workers, family members, stuff like that. So when people get the vaccine, I always say it's for you, to help you as far as like, if you get it, it's gonna prevent you from getting it.
Tiffany Pullen said,
mm-hmm.
What will happen? Yeah, like if it was your kids and their kids, we don't know. This might be a long-term effect thing.
Oh, it is.
You might be sterile or something. We never know.
Oh, no, I mean, hey.
We don't know.
But we don't know. That's another thing. But we don't know stuff when it comes to a lot of other things, too. I understand that when people say we don't know what's in this, we don't know what's in this, but what about other stuff we take too, though? You feel me? We can't necessarily put it one thing on this vaccine and say, well, if you take the vaccine, this is going to happen to you, that's going to happen to you. Man, we take a lot of stuff, man. We take a lot of stuff, man, outside of this right here. So what about flu shots? What about, I see some shit with measles shots now they got. A lot of things, man. So when I see people in hospitals, for me personally, I've been in the hospitals back and forth for the past 2 or 3 years. And I've seen a lot of people take a lot of different things. And coming from a standpoint for me, I know what's in my body. I know how I treat my body. And what I put in my body, I'm going to always do the research on it. And if it's for Rome, then Rome going to take it. And to each his own to everybody else. I don't put my stuff on nobody else. But I know for me, I do my research. I just don't go into something with my eyes closed, blindfolded, nothing like that. So
you feel comfortable?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, with the choice that you made?
Absolutely. Hell yeah. I feel very comfortable with the choice I made because for me, you just said it. It's the choice I made. I tell anybody, don't let anybody tell you not to do something. If you want to do something, bruh, do it. But do your research. Don't do it because you see John A doing it or John B doing it or John C. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem the world we living in today. A lot of people do stuff because they see other people doing it, or they don't do stuff because they see other people not doing it. Do your research, man. Be your own man. Be your own woman.
Yeah.
You know?
If you feel it's not safe, stay away from it.
Absolutely. Hey, I salute anybody out there because when the person comes to me and says, I didn't get the shot because my brother didn't get it. That's bullshit.
You gotta have your reasons.
Come on, give me your reasons. I don't want to. Don't give me your reasons behind it, man. You feel me? Give me your reasons. That's
I don't trust it because it ain't been enough time. They ain't been working on it long enough.
Absolutely,
I don't trust it.
Hey, you know what? I 100% salute you for that because you got your reasoning behind it and you got your research behind it. You're not just saying it just cause. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. When I hear people talk like you, talk like that. That's the people I want to listen to. I don't want to listen to somebody saying it because they didn't get it because their brother didn't get it or their aunt didn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear stuff like that. And these jobs, man, with the job mandates, I feel for people who are being forced to choose, especially when you've been at a job for a very long time.
Like me. Now, look, this happened the other day. I was at work and my job was like, every November you got to do the healthcare update. So they was like, oh, yeah, the owner, he just wanted to know. He wanted to know who was vaccinated. So,
okay.
As far as you choosing what plan you want to do, for 2022, he wanted to know. I mean, that's the first question on the questionnaire. He wanted to know if you got the vaccine or not. Because if something went down, he wanted to know if you're gonna be working here still.
Okay. Now for you, what did you check? Did you have a problem? with that?
I ain't start the process yet. But
do you have a problem with that? Do you feel like that's?
I think
invading your privacy somewhat.
Yeah.
Now, when I look at a situation like that, I work at a job where they have like a union per se, kind of, and a couple of people were talking about that. Is it somebody else's business outside of your own business? Because you can't ask a person.
Oh, they got a guy coming to Burlington. He's gonna speak the truth about the vaccine.
Okay. Now,
Do you think
that your job has the right to do that? To ask you that? Being a private industry? I
think you're violating the HIPAA law.
Now, is it a private owned company?
Yeah.
But that's the thing though. Because that's what a lot of people have to understand. When these private industries, these private owned companies, they can basically make their own rules as they go. Similar to what we're saying what Biden is kind of doing. You can make your own rules as you go because you own the company. Your name's on the company, name's on the LLC, whatever as they say, things like that.
It's invading your privacy.
Yeah, it is. Right. It's invading it, but at the same time, they got the right to because pretty much they ran your check to you though. They ran your check. They got the right to ask you that question. Now, if you got a union behind you, you could say, I'm not going to answer that question.
But they said, there's no problem with employment, but they just want to know, if something ever came down to the point. They want to know if you got it or if you're willing to take it. That's the questions on the questionnaire.
I would probably have a problem with the question, the way the question is formed, because that really doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make sense. The question doesn't make sense to me. It's either yes or no question. That's a yes or no question for me personally. That just doesn't make sense to me. The way they question it, the way they wrote it out, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make sense to me. But in a situation like that, what you think? Do you think Do you think that would stop you from going back to the job if something like that was to come up?
Right now, I don't want to take it. I take that right now. I mean, as I feel, I mean, I don't trust it.
Okay.
That's why.
Yeah, you got the right to feel like that, and we see right now what's going on.
I don't know, you know. I mean, I don't know long-term effects.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a son. He's 15. I want to be around for my grandkids.
Yeah. But see, there it is though. You don't let something like that hold you back from thinking you're not gonna be around.
We don't know.
Yeah, I understand. But again, man,
high blood pressure. You know, I mean,
yeah. But shit, that'll take you out before coronavirus, dude. A high blood pressure, things like that. That'll take you out before any of that.
It's controlled now.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, though. It's controlled through medications, right?
Yeah. But
all right, now hold on. Let me say this to you. Now it's controlled through medications. Now you coming from a person like Rome, who I've taken high blood pressure medication over the past like 2.5 to 3 years at different levels. And when you take a blood pressure medications, you know that can affect you in other ways as too. That can affect you in other places as well.
Kidneys, right?
That can affect you in the kidneys. That can affect you in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? It can affect you in other places too. Now, that's the thing people got to realize, man. When you're talking about these medications, it's not just the vaccine. It's other stuff too. When you taking meds, they can affect you in different ways that you don't even realize sometimes. Yeah. So I tell anybody, do your research. There's different forms of blood pressure medications out there. I had to do that. I had to do different research on it, on different medications. I just
switched the blood pressure medicine I was on. Because I didn't like the way that I was breathing when I was doing my training.
See, there you go. Yeah. Absolutely. See, there you go. See, yeah. And you did your research, right? You read it. You read some things up on it, and that's one of the things my doctor told me. If you're not comfortable with something, say it. Let him know. Let the doctor know, because they can help you. They can help you in that situation. So anybody, man, do your research. But you got the right to feel that way, man. And your job, man, they gotta fix that question up right there. I don't like how they got. That's basically saying they're asking you, did you take the vaccine?
It's violating the HIPAA law because I mean,
it's close to it.
I think something like that when it comes to your vaccine status and all that should be private.
Yeah, because we see right now we see what's going on right now with Kyrie Irving. We saw what happened with him.
It's not private because I still get emails from the state of New Jersey.
Yeah,
asking me, hey, about.
It's
taking the vaccine.
It's never going to be private.
Somebody knocked on my door a couple months ago.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. But we see what's going on right now with the NBA right now with certain states. Right now with Kyrie Irving, we see with him it's not an NBA thing, it's a state thing with him. That's what's going on with him right now. To where New York State is pretty much saying if you can't practice, he can't play, any of those things without the vaccine. And it's not the NBA that's going against him right now. It's the state. So it's like his job is okay with it, but the state he lives in is not okay with it. Yeah. And that's what's hurting a lot of people too right now. That's what's hurting a whole lot of people right now, as far as like working wise, as far as traveling too. Now, when you travel, how was that? You traveled to Vegas recently. How was that?
Had the mask on.
Whole time, right?
Whole time.
In the plane, on the plane, through the airport,
on the plane. That's the longest I have ever worn mask.
Now, did you see any signs to where it says like if you have vaccinated, if you weren't vaccinated?
Oh no!
None of
if
that
you're on
stuff?
the plane, you have to wear the. You got to wear the mask.
Okay, all right. Because see, I've noticed now a lot of places too. It's been like that.
Matter of fact, the airport got this thing.
They have signs up, right?
You get fined.
Yeah.
You get fined for not wearing that.
Because I've been noticing a lot of places now. They'll say if you've been vaccinated, you don't have to wear it. If you feel
control
like
of the government,
it's better.
Yeah, that's true.
What's that? Control of the government?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the government been controlling us for the longest, man. They've been controlling us for the longest, man. For the long time now. It's just that a lot of people have been paying attention to it now more so because of what's going on right now. And we all been pretty much forced to change our lives around, from our kids to the adults to the olders. We all been forced to change our lives around with this.
It's getting worse. Now you got somebody watching your bank account.
Okay. Talk to me. I haven't heard too much. You know more than this than I do. Talk to me.
Well, starting in January, they're going to start monitoring your bank accounts for like if you got I think it's like $600 or more.
Okay.
If I didn't hire a special team to actually watch your bank accounts.
Okay. You doing you know more than I do with stuff like that. I don't really know too much with that when it comes to those things like that, man. I try to stay away from it too much because if I do too much, then I'm gonna turn into one of these conspiracy dudes. I'm gonna have shit all on the wall and all that. It's
actually true, man.
Yeah, I know, I understand. But now, when we look at stuff like that, do you think we reading in too much into it, or is we just not reading enough into it?
Hold on, somebody want to know how you feel about being tested once you return to the U.S., even if you vaccinated.
I don't have a problem with that because I got a thing with the situation with my job right now where you literally pretty much got to get tested at least once a week if you go to the outside of the main offices and things like that all throughout the country. I mean, sorry, throughout the state. Like once or twice a week.
Hold up. You've been vaccinated.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been tested yet, though. No, I haven't been tested yet.
But if you leave the state, you got to tell your job.
If you travel to certain states, I think they have certain regulations. Right now, with my job, we have different offices throughout the state of New Jersey, and different offices have different rules. So if you come into an office, they would pretty much prefer you to already have a test. Certain offices, not all of them. But for me, I don't have a problem with it, man. You want to give me a test, it ain't no thing. I just feel like right now, man, we've been through so much shit the past 2 years. I'm just tired of going through so much stuff. I'm just ready to just start living my life again.
Don't be hoodwinked.
Nah.
Right. She said, she said, don't be hoodwinked.
Nah, we can't be. See, when people talk about being hoodwinked, we've been hoodwinked just by this corona thing. Mad stuff been going on for years now. This is not the first thing, and this is definitely not gonna be the last thing. It's not the first, and it's not going to be the last. So, I tell people to each his own. You got to do your own thing. Live your own life. If you feel like you want to do it, do it. If you don't. You know. But at the end of the day, don't get mad.
My thing is, do you trust the vaccine?
Do I trust? Of course, if I took it, I have no choice but to take. Of course, I trust it. I took it.
So you trust it. So you didn't feel like you're back against the wall. Like,
Nah. Because at my job, one of the regulations for my job is you did not have to get the vaccine. You did not have to. You would have just had to be getting at least 1 to 2 mandatory tests per week, and that's pretty much that was it.
So since you got it, you don't have to take no mandatory tests or nothing.
Nope. Only time you have to take tests is if you're going outside of like different offices who have different rules.
So you don't think that you took the test because you just didn't want to deal with the whole hassle of coming to work getting tested?
Nah.
Or you actually?
Yeah, I did my research.
You trust the science.
Sat down, talked to my doctor, went through some stuff. I've been through too much over the past 3 or 4 years to let something like that hold me back. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I've been shot up with so much shit over the past 2 years when it comes to my seizures, my blood pressure and stuff like that. It's no telling what's in things. How we know what's in these medications that you take? How we know what's in these blood pressure meds? Like I told you, I just got to telling you, when you taking medications, if you do your research on it, take it. Anything that you taking, man, it could be complicated. It's side effects to everything. We see these commercials all day long. People running around in the beach, playing volleyball and shit. Then they tell you, well, complications can occur. They talk real fast. They did the commercial. Anything could be in stuff, man. Do your research. That's what I tell anybody. Do your research. It's going to save you a lot. I took 2 different seizure medications. I had to really break it down
because you are the research.
I mean, yeah, I tell people, hey, if you see people talking, listen to them. I'm telling you, man. I was having, for me, a person like me.
You know why? Mm-hmm. Because people seen you come on this show before. Yeah. Like when we be doing the show.
Yeah, and I was one of the main people saying don't do it.
Yeah, you said you wasn't getting it.
And I had to do my research.
Here we go 6 weeks later.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I look right ahead. And Jerome did his research. Rome did his research because I've been doing so good with my seizures. I've been doing so good with my health and everything like that. I wanted to take things to the next level. I'm working out better even more. I feel a lot better. I'm not having that on my mindset, thinking like, if I get the shot, if I don't. I did my research, and in doing that, I was able to I got the vaccine done. I feel better about it. People around me feel better about it.
Which one you got?
See, there we go, man. I got the Pfizer. I don't Johnson & Johnson. I don't do Johnson & Johnson. I heard about them anyway, man. I heard about them back in the day with that baby powder, so I don't mess with them. Hell no. But yeah, I tell people, man, do your research, man. Do not do something just because yada yada not doing it. Do it because you did your research, or don't do it because you didn't. That's dumb. That's stupid.
Okay, so all right. So you did all your research, and You feel good.
Yeah.
Did your wife do it too, or?
See, there we go. I can't talk for other people. I can only talk for Rome, man. I don't want to tell nobody, but I can't tell nobody business, man. I talk for Rome, man. If she wanna say she did it, that's all her. But I do for Rome, man. I can't. I don't talk on nobody else, man. Nah.
Oh yeah, sir. Yeah, you're right. I
don't talk with nobody else. That's a HIPAA law.
That's HIPAA law.
That's a HIPAA law. See, there you go. See, I'm a union man. You feel me? So I know I know the rules. I'm a union man. I'm a union dude, so I know the rules, man. You know what I mean? But hey, man, do your thing, man. I tell people, man, do your thing, man, but do your research first, man.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it works out. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. But now, when we talk about down the line, I think
about like when I see people talk about the vaccine, I always think future. You know, 3 to 5 years.
Absolutely,
That's what I think. That's why you know what I mean. It takes 7 years to make something like that, but you made it overnight.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, I mean,
it takes a long time to make a lot of things. I'm watching a television show right now called Dope Sick on Hulu, where they talk about OxyContin, things like that. How the FDA passed certain laws and stuff like that, and that opened up my.
Tiana, she said yes, it was mandatory for me, or she would have been terminated.
Yeah, see, that's different. That's situations like that with hospitals.
You think that's right? Do you agree with that?
In situations like that, it depends on what your jobs. It depends on where you work at. Depends on where you work at. I don't agree with stuff like that. I don't like people to be forced to do stuff.
Yeah, so
I don't like that. I don't like for somebody to be forced to do anything.
That was part of Biden's campaign. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, I don't like for anybody to be forced to do anything.
Like when I was saying that they're going to mandate vaccine, it's going to be forced. Everybody was like, "Oh no, he don't know what he's talking about." I was like,
"It's mandated."
That's part of their campaign to just sell you. You know what I mean?
That's what everything. That's what everything though. That's what politicians do though. That's what politicians do. That's their bread and butter. That's similar to what Trump was doing. Let me ask you this now. Do you think that at the end of the day, do you think Trump wouldn't have
make that happen, Tammy?
Do you think Trump wouldn't have had the similar situations like this? He wouldn't have been forcing some stuff on the people?
Nah, because Trump wasn't for it.
Yeah, but see, he wasn't for it then. But at the end of the day, how do we know Trump didn't even get the vaccine? Trump probably got the vaccine.
I'll tell you like this. Trump definitely wasn't for it, and he definitely wasn't for the stuff that he's pushing now.
Yeah, as far as money-wise and stuff. Money-wise, yeah.
Some of the same sex stuff that Biden was pushing when
he
first got in office.
I don't worry about stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't worry about stuff like that. To each his own. If a man love a man, a woman love a woman, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Be happy, man. I don't want nobody to be sitting around here jumping off some fucking building because they can't love the person that they want to love.
They can love who they want. But I mean, he pushed what he did his agenda. I mean that's what he came here to do.
As far as what you mean, you gotta enlighten me on it.
Homosexuality. I mean, that's what he the one who got Obama to approve all that stuff when he was in office the first time.
Okay, so like equal rights and things like that.
Marriage, as far as same sex and everything.
Yeah, we know. Well, at the end of the day, it's 2021. It's about to be 22. Yeah, that stuff is going to be coming. Those things are going to be coming regardless.
Yeah, we know it's coming
regardless.
But we are confusing our kids. Like this.
Okay, go ahead.
That's why put them like this, man. Look. In 2021, I wouldn't even have no more kids now because I wouldn't want my kid to be confused.
How you kid gonna get confused?
Because you watch TV.
See, there you go. Oh, you just said it though. You just said it. I'm not gonna let no TV raise my child. I'm gonna raise my child. If my child can turn, my child can watch something for a whole hour, and then come talk to me for 2 hours, and guess what they gonna guess what they gonna remember? The talk I had with them for 2 hours. Fuck what they watch for an hour.
That's not true.
That's but that's for your child. When I talk, that's for your child. That's for yours.
You got a baby, and I seen people hand their kids.
No. See, there you go. But that's them though. For me, when I do for mine, it's different from what others do for theirs. That be the thing though. See, that be the thing though.
Because they're pushing, as you can see, any TV show you watch, what's pushed.
Homosexuality gets pushed through.
I'm saying you're confusing.
As far as like race gets pushed through a lot. When I watch commercials now, that's all I see. I see interracial couples. I see same-sex couples. Through television shows, through commercials, things like that. Through everything. Everything we got now.
If I was a kid coming up right now, right? If I was like maybe elementary school, about to hit middle school, it would confuse me because I'm seeing two men on TV in the afternoon, and then I'm seeing a couple inside the evening. So you don't know, you know what I mean? You don't
Talk
know
to your parents. You have a conversation with your parents.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's confusing. When we grew up, right? We seen one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. See, for me personally, when I grew up, I saw all of it.
No. It wasn't displayed the way it was
on
now.
television. You mean?
Yes.
On television. See, but that's
on
the
television
thing.
In public, and look,
in public too. Yeah, it was out there. It was out there heavy, man. It was out there heavy.
Laws wasn't passed.
Okay.
Right.
Laws weren't passed, but the law's not teaching the kids.
They're pushing that stuff. They're saying this stuff is okay in school. You know, they see people, they see same sex everything going on. So these kids are confused.
But let me ask you a question: do you feel as though a child, when a person grows up and says, okay, if a man is attracted to other men, are they born that way or are they taught that?
Some are born. Nah, you know what? I can say some are born that way, but then some are confused.
But not confused, and you're not answering my question. Are they born that way or are they taught that? Because confused and taught is two different things.
Some are taught.
Yeah,
it's both.
I can't say talk. I can't say talk.
Yo, they
because
experiment.
let me say this to you.
This is how I know, because my son, when he was in middle school, he just second year in high school.
Okay.
And he came home. He was like, "Look, it was two girls. You know, they said that they're gay. You know, they was in middle school.
Okay.
They learned that offline.
See, how you know they learned that offline though? And you can't. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you this.
I mean, come on, man.
If you don't become 21 years old and say I'm gay, you have to have that feeling inside of you at 18, 16, 14, 10, 12.
15, 20 years ago, you didn't have Instagram. You didn't have Facebook.
But you damn sure
didn't have YouTube.
But you damn sure had the world though. You had the world though.
No, you didn't have social media influence that the way that these kids have it now. The world is being they're being controlled and they're being confused. Like I don't see how you don't see that. You know what I mean? That's there.
I can't. I have an 18-year-old and a 10-year-old, and I raise my children. Social media don't raise my kids.
You can't be born that way. You can't be born that way.
Hey, man, people got the right to feel the way they feel, man. Everybody's not right. That's the thing a lot of people got to understand. Everybody thinks they right. Everybody thinks they right. You think you right. I think I'm right. They think they right. This one and that one. You can't sit there and judge another person or teach another person to tell them how they need to be feeling. At the end of the day, how you grow up to love females? How did you grow up to be attracted to the opposite sex? Through television, through social media, through your parents teaching you, or through when you see a I quote my man Pacino, when you see a fat ass walking by.
So basically,
you grow up on. That's what you grew up on.
So all right. So basically, you saying that I wasn't born that way. I
was born a heterosexual male.
Yes.
Jerome Smith Jr. was born a heterosexual male. Oh, but at the end of the day, when I look at a person who may be gay, that means you was born that way. That's a feeling that was inside of you already. You can't sit there and teach somebody to love a man or to love a woman. Ain't nobody teaching me how to love a woman. I taught myself how to love a woman because that's what I was attracted to from the rip. As soon as when I was attracted to girls, I couldn't help it. That's what I loved. I love females. I don't love men. I love females. When you born, you can't sit there and tell me I'm sitting here.
Right and wrong is talk. That's what John.
Right and wrong is talk. Right and wrong is talk as far as like breaking laws, but as far as like loving who you love who you love. All that extra shit don't mean nothing to me. That shit don't mean nothing to me. At the end of the day, because I got family members that's attracted to men, that's lesbians, that's homosexuals.
Look,
that's not.
Tierra said if they were born that way, remember they can be born again.
Yeah, absolutely. But if a person, that's beautiful. I love that. So if I'm out here breaking laws from 18 to 30, and then as soon as I turn 31, I'm born again, that's cool. But what if I turn back around and start doing the same shit again? I mean, come on.
Woman can't be born gay.
Huh? A woman can't be born gay?
Yeah.
Who says who?
I'm reading the comments.
Hey, I feel you. Hey, I don't know about that, man. I see a lot of people, you live the life you live based on your own feelings. You can't, it's not, some people get taught not to love, not to love men, not to love women.
It's being influenced. I'm telling you.
A lot of stuff is being influenced. It's not just this. That's the problem, man. We keep talking about this gay culture or whatever's being influenced, man. What about all the other shit we see on television as far as like drug culture, all these other things? We grew up in that. In the 90s, that's all we grew up on was the crack era. I didn't grow up hustling. I grew up and got me a fucking job.
Yeah, but
take care of my kids, take care of my family.
Saying is, these kids are being confused. I mean, they're showing both sides. You know what I mean? Like,
I would want that. I would want my child. For me personally, I want my kid to see everything. I don't want my child to be pigeonholed. I don't want my child to not know what other stuff is. I look at my son right now, who's 18 years old. My son hasn't seen a lot of certain stuff, and I want my son to see everything. I want my son to experience stuff. I want my son to experience life. I don't want my son to sit back and when he gets older and not know what it was like to live. And that has nothing to do with who he likes sexually or any of that. That's like last on the list. I want my son to be able to live.
So basically, I mean, as far as being gay, you're not born gay, basically.
I mean, if you're born to what you're attracted to. When you get to that certain age,
it's something that's learned. You know what I mean? It happens through.
But how do we? If that's the case,
you know
then so am I? Or were you taught to love females?
It's natural. I mean,
exactly. Then my guy, you're not making no sense. Then it's natural. So you mean tell me just because an individual didn't or doesn't like what everybody else likes, that mean they wasn't born that way? That's what you're telling me? Just because a person likes men or just like a female likes females, they had to be taught that? They couldn't be born that way? Because that's crazy, man. That doesn't make any sense. Nobody had to teach Rome how to like a female. My dad ain't had to show me, Jerome, this is a female. This some titties, this some ass, this some coochie. This what you're going to love. If you don't, I'm going to hate you. I was attracted to her from the beginning because that was me. That was my feeling. I like football. I don't like soccer. Ain't nobody teach me how to like football. I grew up loving it.
It's different.
It's different to you. That's your mindset then, my guy. That's your mindset.
That's different.
That's your mindset. That's your mindset then. Me and you, that's what makes us all individuals. We think differently.
That's totally different.
I'm just saying. You can't sit there and teach a person. You can't sit there and tell me that.
So you mean
I was born to love females when I was born, but somebody had to teach me.
So hold on,
somebody had to teach me how to be gay. That don't make no sense, man.
You mean tell me?
I could tell when I was growing up.
I had a son right now, 2021. He come out the womb and he say, "Hey, look, he's gay."
What you mean come out the womb? He got to be. What you mean when he's older now? Right? You telling me not like 4 or 5 years old?
Yeah, I'm just saying like.
And he's 18 years old. He says, "Pop, I'm gay." What? That's something he was taught. That's natural. That's a natural feeling inside that child. I can't beat that shit out of him. At the end of the day, I mean, hey, I'm gonna love my child regardless. If your son came to you and said something like that to you, would you disown your child?
No, man. I don't know.
I'm just we be talking. We have a conversation.
I don't know. I just think.
See, it's something that you had to think on, though. It's something that you got to think on, though.
I think the behavior, like something like that, is learned. You know what I'm saying?
So what do we say for people? What do we say about the 60s, the 70s, where there was no social media and stuff like that, and people were gay, lesbians? How did they learn?
Tammy said she want to have a side chat with you. Fireside chat.
I'm good. I'm good. We can have one later on. I'm good.
Yeah.
Nothing can change.
Look, man, let me tell you something.
Nothing can change Rome's opinion. Nothing can change Rome's opinion on. Nobody can change Rome's opinion on nothing. That's something. Let me just let you know right now. Rome thinks for Rome. Period. Nothing can change Rome's opinion, man. Nothing. Because to each his own, man. I tell people to each his own. Live your life, man. Because I've seen too many people hurt themselves because they weren't able to live their lives. Because they was living lives in secret because they felt like they couldn't talk to people about stuff like that.
I mean,
no. I'm talking about no. I'm talking about see. There you go. You're talking about right now. I'm talking about in the past where there was no outlet for people. I see a lot of stuff now. College groups where they have different groups and stuff like that, helping young people who want to be able to branch out, want to be able to talk about their differences in their lives and stuff like that. And that's the problem, man. We don't have a lot of communication. And when we do have communication, it's closed off communication. Because people say, oh, well, you're born this way, you're taught that. Man, how you know? Ain't nobody teach Rome how to like some pussy. Mm-hmm. I grew up liking it because that was naturally inside of me. That's why I felt attracted to females. Nobody had to teach me how to like a female at all. It was natural to me. Same thing I say with anybody. If you gay, you lesbian, man, if you homo, that's you. That's you. Anybody teach you? I grew up with people early on where I saw how they were. I'm like, man, yeah, this he might be a little something as we get older, and it came out that it was, you know. I'm telling you, man, you gotta live your life, man. Don't nobody, shit ain't taught to you, man. If you born that way, if you born liking,
some people go through, you know what I mean, like they might go, I mean, be rape victims or anything.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Stuff like that. That's what I'm saying.
But when you go through situations like
You're
that,
not born that way.
When you go through situations like that, that's in that. You can't speak for that person though. If a person, you mean tell me, if an individual grows up and is molested and they grow up to be heterosexual, then what's the difference between that then? Because I know a lot of people talk about being molested and being raped young.
You can make it happen, Tammy.
And they grow up and they're homosexual and they say, well, that was the reason why they're homosexual, because they were raped as youths. I hear a lot of people talk about that. But I mean, you gotta, nah, man. You gotta people. it's too much of that out there, man. It's too much of people acting like social media and running this, running that, man. Raise your kids, man. Raise your kids, man. Don't have them on social media then. Raise your children. Don't let social media raise your kids. Don't let TV raise your kids. Have a conversation with your kids.
You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have somebody from that group there. You know what I mean? We have somebody. We have, you know what I mean? We have a panel. You know what I mean? And then we can ask them type of questions to see what made them think that way.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I grew up. I mean, I got a lot of friends, man, that's homosexual, that's lesbians.
Yeah.
And they tell me, and I've heard them say all the time, that's, you know, that's nothing that was taught to them. We live in a world right now where they're able to express their feelings, express themselves, and be themselves. And I salute that. Be yourself, man, because I know I wouldn't want anybody to say you can't.
Tiffany want to know what made you curious to lead you to think that like somebody not born that way.
For me,
yeah.
What made me think that is because that's an asinine ass thought to me. Because I'm not. If you can sit there and tell me that a person can't be born gay, but I can be born heterosexual, that doesn't make no fucking sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. You mean tell me ain't nobody had to teach me how to love women? I taught myself because I was naturally attracted to females. I'm not attracted to men. I'm attracted to females. So you're telling me that somebody had to be taught how to be gay? Come on, man. I don't want to hear that, man. Why is everything got to be some shit all the time? Why can't it just be life? Why it always got to be based on something, be taught or all this, man? That's crazy to me. That don't make no sense. And that's my opinion. That's my feeling. You know what I mean? That's my feeling.
Look, we can fill the panel board up, man.
Yeah, we can fill it up, man. We can fill it up. We got some seeds there.
I don't have no experience in the gay field, so I can't.
Me neither. Shit, I ain't got nothing either. I don't have any experience in it either. All I got experience is females, man. Shit, that's what I know. That's what I know.
So I'm going to have to ask somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody that we know. You know?
Absolutely. That's cool. That's what's up, man. I want to do something like that. I want to be able to hear different people's opinions based on
I mean, that's a good topic though.
You know? Things they've been through. Absolutely,
that's a good topic. You know what I mean?
Because a lot of times, a lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people don't talk about that. They don't at all.
That's why I'm State Warrior podcast.
Yeah, man. You know? Man, broaden horizons, man. I just want to know, man. I just want to know. People. You know, get your opinion out there, and we can definitely have a conversation with it, man. Right now, just regular stuff, man. We just been doing regular things, man. Work stuff. Something that jumped out to me a couple of days ago. You was talking to me about was these UK actors. That was.
Yeah. We got a lot of jobs being lost, right?
Yeah, but that was something when I remember a couple of years.
We got some major gigs being lost as far as you know what I mean, like some of these headlining shows.
Yeah, but I won't say being lost. I would say
they are because they ain't stepping their game up.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. It's not being lost. Yeah, they losing them because we saw some right now with this BMF show. Probably one of the top villains right now of all time. Right now on BMF, a lot of people didn't realize he was from the UK.
I bet you stay up at midnight tonight.
Me? Nah, I wait till tomorrow to watch it, man. Give me something to watch for tomorrow night. I give myself something for tomorrow night, man. Absolutely, always. I don't want to jump the gun too much. I just be waiting. I wait till tomorrow night to watch it, man. Watch it live. Come in the house tonight, watch a little bit of the fights and everything. I didn't even do that when the power was on.
Over?
Yeah, I always waited. Wait till the next night, man. Feel like I'm really watching before everybody else. You know, I know everybody else get it out the way, but I like to sit back and watch it, you know, the night of. Always.
I don't want y'all to ruin it. I mean, for me on Facebook. So, I mean, that's why I watch it now.
Yeah, see, there you go though. But you stay off. If you stay off of social media, they won't ruin it for you. That's the problem.
That's true.
That's the problem. But we see a lot of that with the UK actors, man, and I love it, man, because one of my favorites, man, is Idris, man, from the Wire days.
Yeah.
You know, with Stringer Bell. A lot of people didn't realize he was from London. You know, the villain right now, BMF, he's from London. He's a UK actor. They related to their cousins too. That's the crazy thing about that.
The guy from BMF.
Yeah. It's crazy when you hear the guy talk. With that, he got a deep accent too, real deep accent. The film Get Out, the actor Get Out, the star of that, he's also from UK actor. The film Selma a couple of years ago came out. The actor who played Martin King, him and Samuel L. Jackson had a little back and forth going on because Sam Jackson felt like an American actor, you know, would have been better for it, you know, at the time. But you know, that's Sam in his feelings because he probably ain't get a part in the film or whatever. But you know what I mean. But hey, man, if you got the talent for it, man.
If you got the talent,
do it.
And if you're from the U.S., look, you gotta step your game.
You gotta step your game because when I hear these guys talk with these deep accents, and then they turn around and do a movie or a show, and you sound like my man sound like he's from Detroit, from BMF. He has a lot of good like strong
so
Detroit
good
slang.
Coaches then, his coaches are good.
Yeah, and that shows that they acting might just be like, one step higher than these American actors, man. Like you say, you got to step your game up, man. If you ain't, you got to be ready,
lose
man.
That job, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because this BMF show is very popular. So if an American actor could have got on for that role, this guy probably going to be taking it up to the next level.
And the thing is, his acting is so good. I didn't even know he was from,
Yeah. You wouldn't even know it. I saw some other things too where he was talking about he was a little scared to even try it because of the accent. He didn't even want to try to audition for it. And Idris was one of the people that kind of pushing him like, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, he got the look and everything though.
Yeah, he definitely do. He definitely do, man. He definitely do. And I salute him, man. I love stuff like that, man, because you challenging yourself. He challenged himself, with that role. So, and then when you can do something like that, man, just keep it going because I love him on there. Shit, I don't I can't see nobody else in that role.
I can't see nobody else doing that.
Nah, I can't.
Perfect for it.
Yeah, definitely. So what you feeling that show? What you feeling that BMF?
Yep.
Now
it's one of the best from the catalog.
Now let me ask you this, man. With 50, man, you think it's 50 as far as like the production, or is it
a team? I think he got a writing team.
Yeah.
I think he probably goes and give ideas, but I think he got them writers in there that's throwing him ideas too. Yeah,
because a lot of people was talking about as far as like him as getting it out there, getting the shows out there and stuff like that. People, his name and things like that. As far as, especially coming from what he was doing with Power, 'cause he got some more stuff coming up too with Tommy. He got stuff coming up with him next year. So, these UK actors, man, step your game up, man. If you from America, man, maybe go over there and do some movies over there because they taking over right now. They definitely taking over right now, most definitely. So, if you're not prepared, they gonna be taking your movies from you real quick. So. Other than that, man, what you got going on this week, man?
Just watching the games, man. Watch my Eagles lose every weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it, man.
This a down year for the squad this year, man.
Yeah, it's down there.
But of course the Cowboys. This the Cowboys year, right? It's supposedly right. I thought last year was the Cowboys year.
He said Dak was injured.
Yeah, but but Dak probably plays tomorrow.
No, he's not playing.
He's not gonna play tomorrow.
Yeah, they actually told him to
have a seat. Yeah. So football, we getting going with football, basketball, just getting back started too. This past week, man, and we saw some crazy stuff with these rule changes, with these foul calls, man.
Yeah, what's up with Harden, man? That's your boy.
Yeah, he went to the free throw line like 17 times last night, but that's probably like the last double digit you're gonna see him for a while, man. Commissions committee and stuff like that, competition committee. I'm sorry, was one of the rules that a lot of people was talking about was Trae Young and James Harden with those. As my man called them at the work,
over-exaggerated fouls.
He called them ass fouls, where they lean into you and shit like that. And they get little ticky-tock fouls and stuff like that. So we've been noticing a lot of that the past couple of games. We only been like a week and a half in right now. So but that's something that the competition committee was really going to be paying attention to this year, and we've seen it so far. So. Trae Young, the James Hardens, y'all got to earn them stripes. You got to earn the free throws now, man. It's no more that ticky-tack stuff right now. So.
I don't know, Jerome. We got a couple guests that want to come on here, man. They want to have some conversation.
Have a conversation with you, man. I would love to, man. I would love to, man.
Have a conversation, man. So let you know.
Hey, man.
I have to have that talk.
We can have that
look,
talk.
You got to
man.
stand behind them words, man.
Hey, man, Rome stands behind anything, man. Anybody want to have a conversation with Rome, you can have a conversation with me, man. I stands behind whatever, man. Live your life, man. Don't nobody out here tell you nothing no different, man. For real, man. Too many people out here hurting themselves because they're not able to live their lives out here, man. And there's too many people out here hurting other people, too, because they're not getting the opportunity to live their lives. Trust me, a lot of these things we've been seeing, a lot of these shootings, a lot of these people getting hurt. Do not think that them not being able to live the life that they want to live outside of their home does not play a part in that. So I tell anybody, man, you can have your feelings. Absolutely. You can have your opinions on stuff, but don't make your opinions and your feelings forced on other people and make them feel like you're going to, like similar to right here. If wants to come on a debate, we can have a conversation, but you're not going to change my mind. You know what I'm saying?
But you never know. Somebody might have a point of view.
No. Let me tell you. I'm gonna let me say it right here. You're not gonna change Rome's mind on nothing. Okay. Only thing I change is my drawers every day. You're not gonna change my mind on nothing. Nobody can. Nobody. I've had conversations with people from Princeton University, from all kinds of stuff, man. I done had conversations with people. You're not gonna change Rome's mind on nothing. But we can come on have dialogue. We having conversation. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. There's nothing I love more than back and forth playing tennis with somebody having a conversation. I love it. And if we can have my man Johnny be the moderator or whatever, we can do that, man. I love it, man. Just make sure you got some bottles of water, and and see tonight I ain't even had none of that Mary Do You before I came here. So I'm this sober Rome. I'm good. I don't drink nothing like that. So this sober Rome. So you feel me? We can have conversations,
water tonight.
man.
So
Yeah, you sipping water, a little bit of that. Nah, we ain't gonna do it. We know we get that Remy J in us. We get that Remy J. I love Remy J. Everybody shout out to Bird, man. We love Remy J, man. We love Remy J. And this fruit fly running around this goddamn apartment, man, is killing us, man, around here. But yeah, man, we gonna do that, man. Have some debate, man. I love that, man. We gonna have some people coming up. You've been getting hit up. I've been getting inbox with some people too. Want to get back on the show and things like that. So
yeah.
We to each his own, man. We want to have more of that. We want to have more voices, man. Not just me and you all the time, anyway. So we could definitely do that, man. Definitely do that. I look forward to it, man. I definitely do.
Yep.
Most definitely, man.
What, next Saturday? Same time, same channel.
Yeah, same bad channel, man. 6 o'clock, man. We're gonna be right here, man. Every week, man.
All right. We thank everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming out, man. Looking out, man. We're gonna see y'all next week, man. And when you want to debate, man, just be ready, man. Just be ready, man.
I'll let you live today, man.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what the crazy thing is? I didn't ask him to. I want him to not let me live because when
I let him live today because this is the first day back.
When he don't let me live, that helps me step mine up even more, man. So I'm the debate king.
I let him live on the first day back.
Hey, don't let Rome live, man. For real, man. Do you, man. Do you. We'll see y'all. We gonna see y'all, man. We got.